Favorite. My favorite. Everything about you is my favorite. My favorite. Everything about you is my favorite.
I'm the only one you love so. Everything about you,
my favorite. My favorite. Everything about you is my favorite. My favorite. Everything about you is my favorite. Everything about you is my favorite.
Previously on Queen Varsity Africa.
Hope you're having fun. Yes! So we have in Port Harcourt, we have in Abuja, we have in Lagos, we have in Ghana.
At least once in a day. Make sure you keep your customers engaged. Even if you're not advertising yourself, give them something they would love.
The journey starts. As in, how did you start? What prompted you being an actor?
You want to sleep here today?
Queen Varsity Africa is a unique reality show with unique formats. 17 princesses, 12 weeks of voting, several tasks, no eviction. One winner with a grand prize of 1 million naira.
Another day, another challenge for our princesses. And today, it's information technology.
So that's a software company based in Lagos. So by show of hands, how many of you have phones? Phones. Oh no. How many of you have phones? Even if it's seized.
Guys, smartphone, not touchscreen.
Okay, how many of you have SIM cards? How many of you use MTN? How many of you have registered your SIM cards? Okay, so I designed a system for MTN for registering their SIM card. So it's safe to say that at least half of you here have used my software. If you registered with Airtel last year, I also designed that one. So as a young lady in tech, the question is, what is that idea, what is that app, that product, that service that you can come up with that will actually change the world? So that is actually your task for today. At the end of this presentation, you are going to have 20 minutes to think about it. All you have to do is have the idea, have the drive, have the passion, and then you link up with people that can actually build it. Okay, so the CEO of HP is a woman that just started just like that. Today, she's worth about, $3.2 billion. And she started like this, just the way we are here discussing. So you need to start now to open your mind towards these technologies that enable you to do more every day. By show of hands, please, how many of us are on Facebook? Okay, how many of you are on Instagram? Okay, so how many of you are on Twitter? So these are all elements in the IT world, and everybody here has had an encounter. Yeah, you have phones, you have cloud, you have networks. There are a lot of things that come to your mind when you think about IT. So it's really a broad term, and the key thing there is really the information and the data. Computers are actually devices that are programmed to perform operations. So it can be addition, subtraction, division, any kind of logical operation. It does not really store information. It does not really process the data to give you any kind of intelligent output. So sometime in 1978, just after Bill Gates and his partner had founded Microsoft, the Harvard Business Review, HBR, coined this word, information technology, to differentiate computers that actually perform those logical operations. So I give the computer 2 plus 2, it stores it. Next time I come, I try to do a search, it indexes it. So this is just synonymous. But okay, when did IT? Who coined the term IT? Okay, just raise your hand up. That's correct. Harvard Business Review. Around what time? What year? I can't see it.
1976.
The core parts of IT really are software and software engineering. Then you have the database management. Then you have the system administration. Then you have the programming. You have other things like IT architecture.
Everything about you is my favorite. Everything about you is my favorite.
Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, FUNAB, was first established as a Federal University of Technology, Abeokuta, in 1983. After a merger with UNILAG, its name was changed from UNAB to FUNAB in October 2011. FUNAB moved to its permanent site at Alabata in 1997, in what has been termed the fastest pace of permanent site development in the history of Nigerian university system. FUNAB campus is lying on over 10,000 hectares. The university has 179 academic programs made up of 44 undergraduate, 135 graduate programs. FUNAB is a well-equipped higher institution of learning and one best university in the country by the Nigerian University Commission, NUC, consecutively in the year 2002 and 2003. FUNAB is the first and proud host of the TV reality show Queen Varsity Afrika, the search for beauty and brains.
So, have you ever wondered how your Instagram works? Have you ever wondered how Facebook works? Have you ever wondered where all your data is saved? Have you ever wondered who has access to your data? Have you ever wondered what they use your data to do? Have you ever had this experience where you, I don't know, walking on the road, I meet some girl, I get her number, and I go on Facebook, and Facebook is already suggesting that girl as a friend. Does it happen?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever wondered how that happens? There's some interconnectivity between all these elements of IT. So I have my phone. My phone has an operating system. Then on that operating system, I have a couple of software. How many of us know that it's the same person that owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp?
Yes.
Okay. So imagine all three applications having access to the same database, or same data rather, on your phone. Okay, so really, what happens is, when you launch your application, you see someone's picture, you double tap on it, you like the picture, it sends it through the wire to what you call the backend. So that's what happens. That's why everything is so fast. That single operation has probably gone to somewhere in Australia that will probably take you like maybe 15 hours, a 15-hour flight to go to. That's traveled that fast over a network, and it comes back to you. So that's just a very simple idea of IT at work. When I ask as a person in tech, what problem do you think you can solve? This is the thinking I want you to put yourself in that position. 10 years ago, out of the top 10 most valuable companies in the world, so 7 of them were oil companies and 1 was a tech company. But today, the reverse is the case. You have 7 IT companies, and I think just 1. I can't remember if there's any oil company. So there's something I mentioned before, that as IT is moving really fast, there are a lot of jobs being created. And not a lot of people are experts in them. So we have the need for skilled IT workers. There's some people that earn up to $250,000 a year as data scientists. There's always this narrative about women not being well represented in different sectors. In the tech sector, it's always coming up. But if you look deeply, from personal experience, my current boss, she has been my boss for 8 years, really, Olamide. She has been in tech for like 10 years, and she's really good. Her salary a month goes way over 1 million naira a month. So there are so many other women in tech that are moving things, that are changing the world, that are leading people to change the world. So here's the thing in tech, this is what we say in tech. When you are solving problems and creating value, the money will surely come. It's a must. It's a sequence.
And after all that information comes the task. The princesses will now present their ideas to win the task of the day.
So let's spice it up. Okay? 30K plus the gifts from Esteem Royal Cosmetics.
Everything about you is my favorite. Everything about you is my favorite.
I'd like to build an app called Census Nigeria. And is that I'll be able to help Nigeria to have each and every Nigerian citizen data.
Electricity. Instead of going around to cut their lights, they just have a switch there. A switch there, so they just turn it off.
I would like to solve a problem. It's by creating an application. And that problem I want to solve is, instead of ladies that love hips, that love to do slimmer, want to look pretty, instead of you going to wear pants to have big hips, you can just go to my application, my website, and increase your hips.
Being a tech lady, the problem I would want to solve is creating a voting app. Creating a voting app that will enable the citizens vote whoever they want.
Good idea. So well done. I think it's something that's very feasible if the government decides to partner with the idea to make it happen. It's a very, very great idea. So well done.
I would like to talk about an application, a fashion application actually, solving problem in fashion. So this scanning app, you just put it in front of your face, like just scan yourself from head to your toe. Then to give you your measurements, all the measurement you need, your shoulder, your bust, your sleeve, your waist, your hips, everything.
I was taking serious note already. That's a very feasible app. That's a very, 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 very feasible app. Like she literally solved a billion and one problems just explaining. She was very practical.
Everything about you is my favorite. Everything about you is my favorite.
The name of my application is Law. SLAW, SLAW, Saving Lives Around the World. It's an health application. So this application, SLAW, is an application where it will scan your body from your face to your toe, and it will tell you what sickness it is that the person is suffering from.
You need to understand something. There is no app in this world that can remotely measure vitals. It's right now it's not possible. I mean, phones can do that if there were peripheral hardwares that you can plug into your phones.
The app I would hope on is going to be top Ponzi scale Ponzi. Where Ponzi.
Ponzi like
Ponzi.
Okay, Ponzi. Oh, okay.
Yes, top Ponzi scale.
It seemed more like she was describing a corporate and a cooperative. They gather money to help each other. Like, don't help. Now, if that is what you're telling me, I can understand because there's really no app for that. So I don't think that would be a very good app.
Okay, I've always thought about voting. Like everyone is allowed to exercise their civic responsibility. But I've always said I can't really leave my house on that day because of the sun and the stress and the queue and all that. Okay, why can't the government work with the communication company whereby if your SIM is registered, you are able to download the app. That's for people who have smartphones, iPhones and all that. So that way we can see the number of downloads and we know the number of votes we are expecting from people who downloaded the app.
The mistake you're making here is that this is a voting system that determines the future of the country. Texting is not really secure because anyone can text as many times as they want.
I would love to create a fitness app, and it would be called My Body. Okay, this app will be used by both fat, chubby, or slim people.
More like a personal coach interface, like an app for a personal coach. It makes more sense because there's really no app that can just by looking at you and your food can calculate the calories. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, what I was thinking was like a company where they make human hair before in Nigeria, because the Brazilian hair now are made from the Brazil and they make more money from Nigerians. Like Nigerians buyers, they buy Brazilian hair and they buy it more expensive. So my own idea was like they should have a company where they make human hair and it would be more cheap for Nigerians to buy it at affordable prices.
Everything about you is my favorite. Everything about you is my favorite.
I'm going to build an application that deals with artifacts. Yes, artifacts is an object made by human being that has to do with cultural or historical interests. I realize that so many cultures have gone out of date and existence, which makes it difficult for people day by day to get the things that explains their culture better.
Not every idea has to necessarily solve a problem. This one does solve a problem, but what it does also is to provide a service. So it seems like the online store of artifacts, but with richer features of history of each of the artifacts, which is amazing.
As a young lady in tech, I would love to solve a problem of memory loss. And I would like to name the app Prompt. That's the name of the app, Prompt. The app is to help those suffering memory loss. The app we offer a visual diary reminder.
It's not bad, it's feasible, but what if they also forget the app?
As a young lady in tech, I will create an app called Eva Connect. The app will be basically for couples. It will be kind of a tracker. The tracker is an app designed to bring transparency in the relationship.
It's a great idea, but the only way to build trust is to actually trust.
The app I would like to design is called mywahala.com. You can just go to the app and write it. God, I just lost my dad. What should I do now? I feel like killing myself. I feel like going to, you understand? There will be a lot of people with that same experience that will be like, encourage you.
I mean, it's good. It's a really great idea. It will be even more effective if it's designed as a social media, but not for social media, but more for people who want to share.
I would build an app, which is an online nutritional and dietary counseling application.
That's a good one. not a new idea. It's already existing, like it's all over the place. There's even one called WebMD or something like that.
The app is road traffic car to track traffic and criminals, accidents.
All right, thank you very much. The problem with that app is that most accidents don't happen in traffic lights, and most robberies do not happen in traffic lights.
I would love to solve the problem of getting cash at your doorpost. So therefore, I would love to solve this problem and make it easier for people across to open my app, which I would call doorpost cash on their phones.
But the problem is that Nigerians will never give anybody their money.
Everything about you is my favorite. Everything about you is my favorite.
How many of you here really enjoyed this session? I mean, I know I did. That's good, that's good. I really love, there are some ideas that I really loved here, like 3 or 4 that I think are really, really, really good. I can make money. Winners, right? I will mention them, and these are the ones that got perfect score. Number 1 is Sarah. Number 2 is Kosi. Number 3 is Falola. Number 4 is Omoye Arewa. So these are the ones that I think are really great, especially the consensus one and the artifacts. So in order of importance, I think the apps that would really do well are first the fashion app, then the consensus, of course followed by voting and artifacts and fashion first, then consensus and voting.
Well done, guys. I was really inspired and really proud of you guys. For the fashion, the tailor app, there were 2 solutions in one, really. So it's the one where you actually get a measurement, and there's the one where you, what's the other thing? Yeah, the time delivery.
In the end, a winner emerges.
Yeah, I heard really brilliant ideas. But my favorite idea today, the person that wins the cash prize as well, is the fashion app.
Everything about you is my favorite. Everything about you is my favorite.
Our room.
Pick a pick.
I'll do it in remembrance of Iowa. No, I'm alive. Okay, I'll do it in French.
Our princesses head home, and after dinner, they all unwind. Noisy princesses.
She made it well back. And I won't get back. 2 hits at a dog and the dog died. They want to give you. People girls, before you give me with gold.
You're saying something. Just so you know. I'm done eating, no.
Hey, everywhere, internet broke into that.
This is me, and you are?
Very short taxi, and when the call engaged, it broke my heart. Because she's not turned to normal love.
I can't wait though.
How many?
I can't wait though. She's
Are you up to 50 kg?
It's almost like
This one will give her Barcelona.
I am right. Okay.
Don't just bring that topic here.
I eat large. Where's Boomy? It won't wash your
Never tell me,